I'm Kevin Haygood, Los Cristianos Motorcycle Ministry, East Texas, and I'm chatting with Staxx.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Kevin Haygood.
I said, man, and I told him the lady's name. I said, she said you were involved in a motorcycle wreck. I go to church with her. She asked me to come pray for you. I said, trust me, I don't want to be here any more than you want me here, but I'm going to pray for you if that's all right with you, right? And he said, yes, please, right? I mean, because that's what God called me to do. I can't, you know, I'll get a little excited and I can remember back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s when everybody was killing each other, East Coast, West Coast, right? I mean, I can remember that. But today, there's no doubt in my mind that, dude, it's all about geography, right? I mean, it's just geography. Had I grown up on the West Coast, I'd be wearing red and white, right? I'm from the East Coast, so I wore black and white. I moved to Texas. I got permission from the black and white to affiliate with the red and gold, right? I mean, I called back home and said, hey, guys, I'm in Texas now. I know I probated for y'all. How do you feel about me supporting these guys? Hey, Kevin, that's where you live. That's what you're supposed to do, right? I mean, it's crazy, dude, that grown-ass men will tell another grown-ass man that you can't be friends with him because I'm not friends with him, right?
It's crazy.
Come on, dude. I'm a grown-ass man, right? And I'm going to love who I love because that's what God's called me to do, right? I mean, that's what we're all God's children at the end of the day. And the sooner we can put all of that geographical bullcrap behind us. I mean, especially if you look at Texas, dude, I don't even know. I could start counting and I could probably come up with 7, 8, 9, maybe 1% clubs in Texas now.
I can think of like 8 right now in my head. I got like 8 in my head right now.
It's not like it. I mean, this is not the 70s, right? I mean, I would like to say they're not running dope. They're not running whores. It's not like it was back in the 70s, right? I mean, everybody's got a job, right? I mean, everybody supposed to be for the brotherhood and the love of biking, right? For the love of the brother and motorcycles first and your brother second, right? I mean, what happened to that? Anyway, that's my rant for the day, sir.
But the Bandidos are facing a lot of pushback from law enforcement. They got that big bust that happened down there in Houston, right?
Houston, yes, sir.
Police aren't playing games when it comes to that, like, because it seems like the police think that they're the bullies in Texas, that no one else can come here. We run Texas, and that's it. So I think they're going to have a little... I mean, all them people are going to trial. A lot of them are going to cooperate against each other. You know how it goes.
I think it was like 14 of them were indicted in Houston.
14, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you think the fighting will ever stop between these clubs?
Man, I don't know. I would love to be sitting in the middle of the table and help negotiate some type of peace treaty between these clubs, right? I mean, golly, I don't know. You've always got egos. You've always got that one guy that wants to poke his chest out and let everybody know who he thinks he really is, right? It's the same guy that they took his lunch money when he was in elementary school, right? But now he's wearing a patch. He's got 4 or 5 brothers beside him, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he act tough then, right?
It's really a sad state of affairs.
So now I've heard some stories about the Bandidos. I've interviewed a few ex-Bandidos, about 2 or 3. and they told me stories about people getting their eye dotted, getting punched in the face. Has that ever happened to you, being near this club?
No, sir. No, sir. It hadn't happened to me, and I hadn't seen it. And again, I was their pastor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I have seen that I'll take them to my grave. Right there is that such thing as pastor or clergy confidentiality. Right. I mean, I'm their pastor. Right.
People that tell you
no,
things. Yeah. You're supposed to
right,
hold it in
right.
confidence, right?
But I've never been dotted, nor I've never seen anybody get dotted. But then again, I was not privy to a lot of that. What goes on.
Yeah, like you weren't sitting in the meetings and things like that, right?
No, I've been to a lot of their card games, but we usually like support club guys. I mean, you come in and be dismissed, and they handle their business, and it's not my business, right?
Yeah. So you've rode your motorcycle all over the country, right?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
What type of stuff have you seen on the road?
To me, that's the best part of it, dude. All of the politics, all of the bull crap, all of that goes by the wayside, man. Some of the best times I've had were riding from East Texas to Rapid City, South Dakota, side by side, wheel to wheel, WFO, right? Just good times, man. That I truly miss that part of it, man. I do miss that. I do miss the adrenaline. I do miss like I said, just 100 miles an hour, wheel to wheel, side by side. Well, let me back up. Allegedly 100 miles an hour, side by side, right? Wide ass open, just digging the ride, right? To me, that's what it's all about. All of that other nonsense is just that. I don't know if you'll edit this or not, but where I come from, they call it, right? Just I don't have time for all of that.
But now you could do that by yourself, right?
Yeah, but I do miss it. I mean, there's a difference in riding by yourself and riding with a half a dozen other guys that have the same mindset you have, right? I called their nationals, and I've retained my patch that I had. I changed the colors on it. I changed the format on it. Before, it was the Bandido sombrero with the serape on it. It was red and gold. I don't know if you've seen my patch or not, but my life is an open book. I ain't got nothing to hide. So I called them and told them that I was gonna. This was like about 2 years after I was asked to abolish it. I'm like, God did not uncall me. God called me to motorcycle ministry. I'm not gonna stop, and originally God gave me that patch design in a dream. I know people think I'm crazy when I say that, but literally God gave me that patch design in a dream. So I changed the sombrero to a cowboy hat, and I changed the colors on the serape to look like a saddle blanket, basically, right? Changed the colors from red and gold to red dirt and tan for Texas, right? I dropped the Texas bottom rocker and put a Jesus is Lord bottom rocker on it. I still wear my diamond cross. I still wear my diamond 13. As far as I'm concerned, I earned it. I'm going to wear it, right? I still got some local guys that we get together, and man, I love those guys. I'll always love those guys. Whether a lot of them have quit. They're around East Texas. In fact, I don't think there's anybody left in the East Texas chapter that was even in the East Texas chapter 5 years ago. Or how long ago was Waco, man? It's been more than 5 years now, hasn't it?
Been a long time. Yeah.
Been a while. Yeah, none of those, all of those guys are not even in anymore. They've all since quit.
But why don't you
good
start
bunch
your
of
own?
guys.
Why don't you start your own thing?
Man, it's just golly. When I first started, even the red and gold ministry, my wife and I did it by ourselves for a long time, until, like I said, the young man in Denver reached out to me and he wanted to be a part. I don't trust people, you know, and I trust people even less now than I did then, right? You can do all the background checks in the world. You can spend time, but you really don't know who anybody is until you spend time on the road with them, right? And I'm hard, dude. I'm hard. Those guys that were a part of that ministry will tell you, I'm hard, man. I made a patch that said no pussies, right? The pussies was a circle with a line through it, right? I mean, you're going to ride. You're going to ride your motorcycle. I don't care if it's raining, snowing. You're going to ride your motorcycle, dude. This this is not a car ministry, right? It's a motorcycle ministry. I don't know. I got a little higher standard, I guess, but
And you don't need to be
I'm,
a support club for another club. Can't you be independent?
that's pretty much what I'm doing now. Like I said, I'm still wearing that 3-piece without the Texas bottom rocker. Uh, I'm just trying to do what God's called me to do until He takes me home. You know, that's all I can do. I have to be obedient to my God, because even then, I made the comment to, he was the chapter president at the time. He had told me what I was going to do, when I was going to do it, and where I was going to do it. And I said, you know, with all due respect, I don't answer to you. I answer to God, and I'm going to do what God's called me to do. And if I feel led by the Holy Spirit to be there, I will be there. If not, you're not going to mandate to me where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do. I do it because I love it, and that's the lifestyle, right? I mean, I love it, but not because you're going to make me do it. And I would tell my guys, dude, if it comes down to the point to where I got to make you do something, I don't want you around, right? If I got to make you, if I make something if it's mandatory, you don't need to be here, dude, right? I had one tell me one time, man, I'm thinking about quitting. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you just did, right?
Yeah, don't think
I mean,
about it.
you've already quit in your mind, right? So
Yeah.
if you're thinking about quitting, you just did, man. Go ahead and run on home, bring me your rags, and then we'll part ways, dude. I'm not mad at you, but it's not in your heart anymore. But anyway, that's just me, man.
So what's in store for the future for you?
Man, I don't know. My wife and man, I got a good old lady, dude, and I need to back up and give props to her. I'll tell you a little story. I moved to Texas in August of 04. I was strung out on pain pills, and my mama had just died. I had relapsed. I'd been clean for almost 10 years. I relapsed. I had just left the Outlaws. I come to Texas to get clean is how I ended up here. Long story short, I met my old lady December the 1st of 04 on a blind date. We both pulled up at the same time. If she had an ass this wide, I was going to turn around and keep going, right? And she said the same thing about me. If I got out of the car and didn't have any teeth, she was going to turn around and keep going. So we both got there early, right? To check each other out. So that was December the 1st of 04. We were partying and courting and lying to each other. You know how you do when you first meet. And man, we come to on December the 17th of 04. We come to, literally looked at each other. I said, look, I kind of like you. And if there's going to be any chance of a future between me and you, we can't do this no more, right? I mean, we got to quit this. So December the 17th of 04 was the last time me or my old lady had a drink or a drug. So we're coming up on 21 years clean and sober. We got married. That my Narcotics Anonymous sponsor told me we needed to be clean for a year before we got married. So we were clean for a year and a day. So we got married on December the 18th of 05. Best thing ever happened to me, man. I mean,
Congratulations.
She is truly my partner. Man, my spiritual better half. She's way more godly and spiritual than I will ever be. But man, and so to answer your question, she and I we're in prayer about that, dude. We don't know. We're trying to serve where we can. we're trying to get back involved in the church that we're in and trying to figure out where we can serve. I still make hospital visits. I still had a young man, I visited with him yesterday, and to hear the Bandits tell it, he's on the other team, but he's having cancer surgery tomorrow, right? I called him yesterday, spent some time on the phone with him and his wife in prayer with them. You know, I mean, that's what God's called me to do. That's what I'm supposed to do. We should all be on that team anyway, but we're just waiting to see where God wants us to be until he takes us home. We're closer to the end than the beginning of our lives. Who knows, you know?
I think we might all be in that state.
Oh yeah,
with the way things are going, right?
But we're Medicare old though, so
yeah, I'm on the last half of my life too, and I found my soulmate. I'm settling down, you know. I'm settled down. So I appreciate you taking the time. I really do. I enjoyed having this conversation with you, and you're welcome back anytime. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to before we go?
Just my old lady, Bobby Ann. She's I couldn't do anything that I do without her. Absolutely nothing. That and absolutely my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So is there anything we can be in prayer for you about?
For me?
Yes, sir.
I'm good, man. Just
right on.
The future to be bright, you know. But thank you. I appreciate it. And congratulations on your sobriety and you being with your wife, and wish you nothing but happiness and success in the future.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you reaching out to me.
If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too bad, start your own podcast. Peace.